Welcome back to Sharad Mittal's Second Hearts YouTube channel, where we'll start the new chapter called Python Libraries. This is a very simple but very useful chapter. There are a couple of the things which are very important here. The one thing is to understand the module, incorporating that module into your own programs, and the use of specifically random module. Because in your board exams, you will definitely get a question of at least 2 marks or maybe 3 marks also to get the output based on the randomization. Well, that randomization we'll learn in the next video lecture. But in this video lecture, we'll understand what are the libraries, what are the packages, what are the modules. So first let me go through those areas where you will learn the package, libraries, and the modules and the associated the functions around that. Okay, let's start first the definition of a library. Library, as soon as this word comes to you, what exactly coming to your mind? The school library. And might be next year when you will be in higher education for a different college or different university, you will be having the bigger libraries or bigger branches and all those things. Well, that will come later on, and let's go by the school libraries first of all. Let's talk about the school library you have in your school. As soon as you enter into the library, what exactly that? There's a place where you find out different kind of books, journals, newspapers, magazines, and all those things. And those things, especially I'm talking about the books, those are placed based on the subject. So each subject has one library, and that library, that shelf has the different classes like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. There's a different classes of library it has, and this is the way they have organized. In each subject, there are the classes, and the classes you have each books. Multiple books are there for each class. So as per your choice, as per your need, you can pick up any of the book and you can use it. Now, the same thing happens here. You have a complex program. That complex program is basically can be divided into subparts. We have just recently learned the chapter called functions, where the functions are the different parts of the things where functions are coming in terms of like a small functionality, which is a workable unit basically. That workable unit is placed so that you can have the large complexity in smaller complexity. The complexity can be reduced, and then moreover that complexity when reduced, the same kind of work repetition of the work can be keep on doing again and again without writing the same piece of code again and again. That's the major crux of this. We need to understand this. The major crux of this is to reduce the complexity, one, and avoid the repetition of the same code. Well, you are kids. You can understand that you have a very few function model too. You can write in the same py file. The Python file, the same file you can write few function. You may have two function, three function that you can work out, but think from a commercial purpose. You have a large program. For example, your school ERP, that's the best example I can think about, because right now you start using the mobile app also. In that mobile app, there are subsections divided. That subsections are the having the different functionality which have some common things also. Maybe your names are coming at one places. So that function which is bringing up your names is taking that part into the main section. That part you can repeatedly again and again, so you can keep in a different py file. Similarly, same kind of work functions you can collect together, you can keep in a one py file. That's called a module. And a similar kind of modules, when are collected together in one directory, is called package. It can be a package or it can be a library also. You can think that in a school library you have the subject, but there are some books which are, for example, of gaming or maybe stories. That has nothing to do with the class. That's the common books. So that is also possible. So modules can constitute a package can constitute a library, or alternatively, modules together can make a library. So a library is a collection of modules together for a specific need or application. So there is one standard library which Python has. This standard library comes with the Python installation you did on your system. As soon as you install Python on your system, whether it's mobile or it's a laptop or computer, that standard library comes automatically. You need not to install it separately. That's the main point. So this library has math module, C math module, random module, and statics and URLib module. There's the 5 modules which are standard modules. So math modules are for your simple mathematics function like sine, cos, tan, all those things you have learned in class 10. And then if you talk about your other function like square root, power, and all those things. C math module, that is for the complex number. You remember in the data type we talk about that integers are of the two types. That's the like your integers and your numbers are integers. It can be floating point, and the one thing was the complex number. So it supports complex numbers also. That is basically scientific areas where we use complex numbers. So complex numbers for using the functions provided by are available in the CMath module. Random function we'll talk about in deep in the next lecture. But in this lecture, you understand the random module it provides the generating the pseudo-random numbers. So pseudo-random numbers are like numbers which are coming automatically. Like you have all the passwords. Is there a pattern between the two passwords of your mobile app? No, that's a random number we have generated for them. If I talk about the statistics, in the statistics you are studying from class 6, you have mean, mode, median, all those things you are studying, and those from the commerce background they have understood the statistics in deep in class 11. So the statistical functions which are used are in the statistics model. URL model is when you want to incorporate some other running websites like into your program. You want that whenever like Hotstar that's playing the videos, so that incorporating other websites, or you may have gone through Facebook live streaming, YouTube live streaming, all those things you had gone through. So that thing, if I talk about, that's also incorporated in the URL. So getting that URL, providing that, getting the connection between your program and that website together, hinging together, that's bringing up in the URL module. Now there are some more library like NumPy, SciPy. Now this Tkinter, that's not Tkinter, Tkinter, Tkinter. Many pronunciation can doesn't make a difference. Well, Matplotlib library that was in your syllabus last year, the class 12th syllabus was, but now it's no more in the syllabus. So, but these are the libraries. These are the few examples. There are many more examples. These libraries are not standard libraries. You need to install those libraries into your system explicitly. That installation is not your case. You can talk to me personally and I'll tell you that how to install that thing. Well, we'll talk about something differently. But these are the libraries which are of different things. Like NumPy is for mathematical function along with the create and manipulate numerical arrays. That's something like for charting, graphing and all those things. We use statistical data we want to provide, that NumPy library is useful. Scientific libraries for scientific calculation like logarithmic, anti-logarithm and other mathematical tools. The Tinker library is used for designing the UI. Like you have a mobile app, you tap something, so there's a UI, GUI, graphical user interface. So that is being designed in the GUI Tinker library. And Matplotlib libraries, these are to provide the different type of charts, plottings, graphs, and all those things. Excel, you have learned the charts and all that can be generated into Python also using this Matplotlib library. These are the main libraries which are commonly used. There are many more libraries, full of libraries are there. These libraries has to be installed with your system before using it. Module we have just talked about. If we need to import a module, there are two things. We can import the entire module or we can import the specific part of the module. If you want to import the module, I can import one module at a time or I can import multiple module at a time. So import module name. This import is a keyword. Module name like time, decimals, fractions, those are the names of the modules. These modules you can import using the name. You can import one or multiple using the comma comma separator. Or you can use the alias also. See, if I'm using import temp conversion, that's a long name. I need to use it separately again in my program. That's a long name. So why will I do? What will I do? I'll use an alias for this function, this module. So import temp conversion as TC. Now, whenever I need to use temp conversion, I'll use this TC. So this is the alias only. Now, if I want to import a particular function, if I want to use a particular function, what will I do? I'll write the module name, which is imported already, and the name of the function. Like this temp conversion has a function called to centigrade, which converts the temperature from centigrade, so from like a standard Fahrenheit to centigrade. The centigrade conversion is done. So Fahrenheit to centigrade function is done. So this 2 centigrade takes the value of the temperature and that value converted into the Fahrenheit. So temp conversion, I can use temp conversion dot or TC dot if I use the alias. If I use the alias, does it mean that I can't use temp conversion? I still can use. If I've used alias, I can use TC dot or temp conversion. But if I've not used the alias, I cannot do that thing. So remember, boys, this is an important crux here. Now coming to this, if I want to have a specific function to be used of a module. For example, in a math module, I need to use only pi function. See, a module is not a collection of function only. First of all, I want to make you sure and make it understand very clearly that a module is no more is a collection of function only. Other than function, there are docstrings, there are statements, there are values, there are other areas also, many things. Like your library does not having your subject books. They have a journal, they have magazines, they have newspapers, and all those things are there. In the same manner, your module also has multiple things other than functions. So pi is a value which is standard value available. If I want to use it, I need to use import math. From math, import pi. From module name, import, then function. If I've written this line only in my code, I can use only pi. I can't use other functions of math. Why do we do this if I can't do this? This the purpose is a module has numerous functions. I don't want to use all. My code should be not be bulky enough. It should be smaller enough. It should not be taking a lot of time. That's the use of computer. Now, in that I want to have a smaller code. That is smaller code to be run. So I will use only pi if I need only pi. If I need multiple like sqrt and POW, also I will use POW comma sqrt. But if I don't know how many I may have to use, I'll simply write import math. However, I can do one more thing. Import math. From math, import asterisk. Means all the things of math module. It is same as import math. Same thing. Both are things are same. These are the functions. You have to just go through. Length function we had gone through so many times. It gives the length of the string. POW gives the power of first value to the second. So 3 to power 4 comes 81. STR that converts a value into string. Int converts, we commonly use it. Float we can't use. Range we have used. Type we have used. So nothing more on this basically. And these are the different functions which are useful in your question number 1 of your board examination. So read these questions, these function names, and try to understand the things. Like ABS converts the value, negative value into positive, positive remain positive. This div mode. This div mode takes two values as an argument and returns a pair of number having their quotients and remainder. So together returns the quotient and remainder. Remember this words. Otherwise, you need to use the float division operator and the modulus operator. But it provides together. Sum iterable. This is not very useful for now. Max mean you know that maximum value out of that minimum. You understand this very well. Octal and hexal, you convert the decimal to octal and decimal to hexadecimal. These are the function for that. So this is about the simple modules. In the next video lecture, we'll talk about our randomization, because you'll definitely get one questions from randomization. Till then, understand the notes, try to do the assignments, and use the functions as much as possible. These are the built-in function in the available modules. Thank you, boys. Study hard, work hard. God bless you all.